All right, good morning. It is Tuesday, January 18th. Today's reading is Genesis chapters 26 through 28. Hope you're staying faithful with your Bible reading. Hey, let's hit the ground running with these. Chapter 26, the only whole chapter in the Bible that's only about Isaac. A little bit of trivia there. Isaac is promised, the seed, the sand and stars. That's explained in Galatians. Chapter 3, and with Christians being the star seed, spiritual seed of Abraham, and the Jews being the sand seed, the earthly, and did plenty of studies on that. Now we see Isaac lying about his relationship with his wife, just as Abraham had done. And then also you find Isaac and his wife, Abimelech, saw them sporting. And, you and your spouse should be having fun and enjoying each other. You also find a lot of well digging, and you also see Isaac just moving on to the next one. This isn't going to work, we'll move on to the next one, and the next one, until we find a place. Some things are worth fighting for, some things aren't. And let's go to chapter 27. We find Jacob and Rebekah trying to fool Isaac and trick Isaac into giving Jacob Esau's blessing. Now Esau has already sold his birthright. Now he's already in the lineage of Christ by this point, and now he's going after the promises and everything that went to Abraham. We're going to try to trick Isaac out of them. The thing that I find kind of funny in this chapter is that Jacob doesn't say no. Jacob says, well, this might not be sneaky enough, and if I get caught, he's going to curse me. In chapter 28, now we find Esau compiling his stupidity from chapter 26. It's interesting to note that in chapter 26, he marries because he knows his choice will be an irritant to his parents. So he makes bad decisions in his own life to spite somebody else. Make sure we don't do that. Don't make a decision just to spite somebody else, and a decision you're going to have to live with for the rest of your life just so you can get angry at somebody else. And I'm going to show them I'm going to be miserable. And that's not how we should be living our lives. And so Esau compiles stupidity here. And then we have Jacob's ladder. We find in John chapter 1, Jesus really said that he was Jacob's ladder. And that'll be something we read probably around September or October. And then also notice at the end of chapter 28, the tithe is in the law, but it's not of the law. We find in Genesis chapter 4, the problem was not tithing. We find that Abraham tithed, and we find Jacob tithed. Abraham tithed, over 400 years before the law, and here's Isaac, I think more than 300 years before the law. I did not write down the dates. And so, it just seems to me that, it's an expectation. But like I've said in church even recently, for us, it's about the heart. If you can't do it with a good heart, it'd be better not to. But I've been doing it now for 30 years, and we're not going to talk me out of it. But thank you for tuning in. Thanks for listening. And thank you for staying faithful in your Bible. This is going to be so helpful throughout the year. Just stay on it, and have a great Tuesday.